And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Anytime you're talking about fundamentals in a market and direction, fundamentals take a little bit of time to play out.
We got crude oil today, kind of trading yesterday's value area really nicely, low to high.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Coach's Playbook. It is Tuesday, December 14th, 2021, just a couple weeks from the end of the year. I'm JD filling in for Jack again, who is out for the rest of the year, here with Dan, Mick, and Hogue as usual. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
So this week, this will be the final Coach's Playbook of the year. So we're going to do our typical predictions for next year today. But before we get too involved, Mick, you got a Fund to Trader shout out for us?
I do. This is a pretty incredible shout out. So shout out goes to Giuseppe Guido. He's up $2,600 today trading the micro NASDAQ contract.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I'm more than blown away.
That's
Huge
impressive.
numbers for the micros.
And we had a
That's
little
just-
chat about this just a few minutes ago. He's only trading one lots in the micro too, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
incredible. Catching the big swings. I love it.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? Who is still trading? Has everybody shut it down, or do you have plans to shut it down?
I'm done.
Shut
Yep.
down.
Done.
Done. I finished last week. I hope everyone had a good year. I won't put the screws to you. We won't talk P&Ls. It's kind of rude, right? But it was an interesting year. So what do you say we just dive right into it? I know, Dan, you took a close look at all of the predictions from last year. I wasn't involved in it, so I'll just defend Jack's stance, I guess, a little bit, or
Yeah,
throw
you
my
gotta-
own out there.
You got to stand for Jack, but I think we're going to take a look at S&P 500, gold, Bitcoin, and crude oil. And so basically I say we just kind of go through the horn on each one. And when we get to each one, I'll say what everyone picked last year, who the winner was. We already know who actually won, but as a reminder, I did win last year. Just as a FYI, but Mick will be pulling out the victory this year.
Good job, Mick. Yeah, I'm looking at your picks from last year. 3 out of 4. Impressive.
Clap.
Oh, like I told you guys earlier, even a blind squirrel finds a nut from time to time.
Right? Even a broken clock's twice a day.
That's right.
Unless you're me.
Oh boy.
Well, Hogue, you made some extreme picks here last year, and we'll be sure to give you a hard time for it.
I'm sure. I would expect nothing less.
What do you guys, what should we start with?
Let's kick it off with crude oil. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. So right now, crude oil, as of like 3 minutes ago, when I looked at the price, was trading $69.90. Last year at this time, it was trading $47.50. So last year at this time, it was trading $47.50. And I'll just kind of go around the horn of who picked what. JD, you and Jack picked $45. So you thought we'd be down on the year. I picked $75.75. Hogue, you picked $47.50, and our winner, so long as we don't get a nice little rally or break by end of year, technically, Mick is the winner at $70 even. So he is on the money to the tick basically right now.
Yeah, I think we
9
gotta
cents
remember
off. 9 cents off the price 12 months later. Pretty
I
impressive.
think we got to
if I
remember
do
that.
say
It's
so
not the end of
myself.
the year yet.
Not quite. Well, John, you really have no chance here.
Things could happen.
Some dramatic things would have to happen for you, Hogue. So I'll make my pick right now then for crude oil, and we can go around. I am the eternal pessimist on crude oil. I want it always to go lower, but I am going to go higher. I'm going to say this time next year, crude oil is going to be $88.
I think that's a pretty conservative pick, honestly. So we opened the year right around $50 a barrel. I think the days of cheap oil are over for the next couple of years at least. We're still dealing with supply and demand issues. I'm looking for the big rally. I'm gonna say we're gonna break over $100 next year and probably close out the year. I'll say $106 a barrel.
Mm.
God, I'd hate to have that happen.
Oh, I tend to feel a little bit similar to JD. I think we're poking above $100 a barrel in 2022, and I think around this time next year we'll close out with crude oil priced around $96 a barrel.
Okay. So you guys are up around 100. Dan, you were what, at 88?
I'm at 88.
All right, I'm going to Price is Right you, and I'm going to say 89.
All right.
All right.
The loser goes last. I get that benefit.
All right, dude. Last year, what we did was whoever won the previous year, we were treating it like golf. Whoever was right the previous year goes first. I forgot about that. So we're going to do that on the next one.
Honors.
So should we just go right to gold?
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right. So last year, gold, Jack and JD picked. Right now, last year at this time, it was trading 1852.90. Right now, it's trading 1774, or as of a couple minutes ago. So we're down year over year. Jack picked 1987, which is the winner for last year. I picked 2075.70. Hogue and Mick both picked 2200. Hogue and Mick picked 2200. So Jack/JD gets the victory on this one. So if we're going by golf pairings, who's the closest, Jack/JD goes.
Sure thing. Gold, also bullish, I think, as inflation continues to rise. I mean, it's historically investors move out of stocks into gold during times of high inflation, right? So I think we'll hit new all-time highs next year with a close over 2000. I will call it 2187 close in gold next year.
All right. So then it would be me next. I'm not too far off on you with this one, JD. I do think inflation is going to send gold higher. I'm not going to go as high as you. I'm going to go 2100. And then Hogue and Mick, you guys go. We'll let Hogue go last, Mick. We'll give him the doubt here. So
I love
Mick,
it.
why don't you tee off here for us?
I love it for inflationary reasons as well. I think we're going to 2400. I think that's where we'll be next year this time.
That's a big move.
Hogue's gonna Price is Right you here and go 2401.
No, I've been taking it easy on you guys for the last couple of years, but this year, no. I'm going to stick with my number of 2200.
2200. All right. So we're all pretty darn close for the most part on gold. So I think we all agree gold's going to go higher.
What are the
Bullish gold.
odds?
All right. Next one we got, guys, is going to be, do you want to go S&Ps last or Bitcoin last?
Let's do
Bitcoin
S&Ps last.
Oh, S&P's last. I changed my mind.
All right. So Bitcoin it is. All right. Bitcoin currently is trading $47,035. Last year at this time, Bitcoin was trading 19,485. We did get the rally at the end of the year. So I think we actually got closer to like 34,000 to end the year. So the picks were as followed. Jack thought we were going lower to 6,500. I picked $30,075. Hogue, you were 10,000, and Mick, you were the winner with $35,000 on the Bitcoin. So,
Golf clap.
Mick, honors to you. You tee off first. Where's Bitcoin going?
Well, it's currently trading 46,870 right now. I think that we could see $90,000 Bitcoin 12 months from now.
90,000. All right. So I am next. with Bitcoin, and I'm going $66,000 on Bitcoin. Then it would be Hogue. You don't get to go last year, Hogue. So what do you got?
You just you just prices righted yourself. I was thinking 67.
Right. We'll give it to you. 67,000.
Honestly, that's what I had in mind. Great minds think alike, Hodge.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if I'm close to your picks, I'm probably way wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, JD, what do you got?
So you guys are calling it right at it's going to settle right at this year's high, huh? That's what you're thinking. You know, I don't trade Bitcoin personally. I do follow it just a little bit. And I read some news about it too. And I think it's sort of in the same realm as gold, where people are going to start using it as a hedge against inflation. So I'm going to go super bull here, and I'm going to call a close over 100K. I'll say 113,000 close next year.
Woo!
Man.
Yeah.
It's a bold move.
Cotton.
Cotton. Let's see if it plays out for him.
Right. All right, guys, to our last one here, S&P 500. Apparently I didn't write it down where it was trading at this time last year. Oh no, I didn't, but I remember in the video they said I was pretty much spot on to the tick. My vote last year was 35.75 or for 2020. So last year at this time was trading about 3,500. So our guesses last year, Jack went with, or JD, because JD is Jack today, went with 3,400. So calling for a little bit of a down year. I went with 35.75. Hogue, you went extremist here with 5,500. And Mick, you were pretty darn close with S&P's currently trading right around 4,600. You went with 4,900 in the S&Ps. So, Mick, honors to you.
I think the S&Ps are going to be trading lower than we are right now come next year. I'm going to throw out the big even for 4,000 number.
Mick, we have 4,000. All right. Then it would be technically me. I'm going 5,100. I'm going to go higher. I think we go higher with everything that's been going on. I thought we'd already see some more sell-off. And with the Fed, I think there's potential for this thing to at least creep a little higher. So I'm going 51. The next one would be Hogue.
So I'm a bull. I'm going 6,500 with a visit to 3,500 first.
Interesting call. Interesting call.
John, I'm going to write this down, but before I do, I'm going to give you a second chance to say that is that your final answer?
Can I phone a friend?
No,
Can I ask the audience?
no.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
6,500 for Hogue. Okay.
The bull
JD.
trend continues.
Bold
So
move,
I think
Cotton.
it's going to be sort of a kind of a sideways years next year. I think we're going to creep up to new all-time highs during the summer months, make a run at the lows, and then close right around settlement. So I'll make a call of let's call it 45.50, just a bit lower.
Okay,
How does
guys.
that sound?
Our numbers are in. Our answers have been locked to be revisited a year from now.
And I'll post all these numbers when we release the blog video for this, so you can all take a look and email us your comments.
Yeah, and if anyone out there, you guys have thoughts, drop them in the chat, drop them in the comment section, and we'll try and look at that next year.
I'm kind of curious if anybody else that's viewing has any predictions close to or counter what we were thinking.
Well, Dead Letter Openers got crude oil up at $172.20.
Yikes.
New
I pray to God
all-time
that doesn't
highs.
happen. Yeah.
That's a heavy prediction.
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
mean, the
selling my
highest we
truck.
got we're in the mid 140s back in 2010.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
08,
thereabouts.
09, 08, 09.
Hmm.
I remember that very well. It's when I first started trading, and I traded crude oil, but not when we were having $25 ranges or $30 ranges
On
in
a
the
daily
calendar
basis.
spreads. My gosh, that was wild.
All I know is if
No.
it gets that high, I'll be pulling the bicycle out of the rafters, retiring the truck,
Well,
getting
for
a
all
paddle
you,
for
Yeah.
the boat.
for all you out there, kind of just thinking about what you think the closing prices is going to be for next year, don't follow me.
All right, so Love and Peace. He thinks gold's going to stay range bound with a max at 1950. He thinks it's being pinned. So yeah, Adrian, we're all pretty wild in some of our predictions, especially Hogue 6,500 in the
I'm crazy that way. I'm crazy.
A
Very
3,000
optimistic.
handle range for the year. That's pretty bold.
right. Like a year ago was a three or year and a half ago was a 3,000 range for its entire lifetime. John thinks we're going to see it in 1 year.
Just wait and see. Just wait and see.
Fortune favors the bold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a disclaimer here. We have no money riding on these bets. Although after I took 3 out of 4 of our markets, I think these guys here on the video with me owe me a pizza and a beer or something.
We'll get you a couple pops pretty soon. Don't worry about it.
Sounds good. I won't forget that.
Don't forget, I won last year.
I'll
Just a
buy you a
reminder.
chimney at Lucky's.
Well, I'm excited to see how these play out.
Yeah, and it seems like barring any huge, I guess, disasters, inflation is going to be the key word for next year. That's what we're looking at. So stay on your toes, people. If you're still trading, be careful. It gets a little hairy the last couple of weeks of the year, which I'm sure you guys know. But with that, Dan, you got a quote for us?
I do. It's from Terry Marshall. The holiday season is a perfect time to reflect on your blessings and seek out ways to make life better for those around us.
This is the time to think of others, for sure. Thanks, Dan. All right, Hogue, you want to send us home for the year?
Sure. Definitely take a look back and see what you've done this year. Take a look forward, see what you intend to do as far as goals are concerned. I suggest keeping those goals process oriented. Enjoy the holidays, enjoy Christmas, enjoy each other, be good to each other, be good to yourself. Every day is a gift. Treat it as though. Have a great holiday Christmas season. We'll see you next year.
Awesome. Thanks.